evening, everyone. Welcome to the Baby Bunting live series. I'm Nadine from UPPAbaby, and tonight we're going to go through the UPPAbaby range, so the V2 range. In the V2 range, that includes the Vista here, okay, and our other products, the Cruz. Okay, so firstly, I'm going to start with the Vista here. What I will do is do a demonstration on both products. So I'll go through the Vista first, the V2, and then I'll go through our Cruz V2. I will then also go through the 2018 models, just to give you an idea of the changes between the models. So with our V2 range, that is actually the 2020 range, okay, and that was released in Australia last month. Okay, the 2018 range has just been taken over by the V2, and obviously in that time we all had the Vista and we had the Cruz. Okay, there is changes from the 18 through to the V2 range, and obviously I'll go through those with you. There is changes also, differences between your Vista and your Cruz. So I'll be able to cover those off for you as well, and then that way you get an idea of whether Vista is suitable for you or the Cruz is suitable for you. Okay, so this is our Vista here. Okay, this is the Jake colour. Okay, it's the black with a black colour with the black chassis with black hard leather on the handles and the bumper through here. Okay, when you purchase a Vista, you actually get everything here included in the package. So it's a chassis, the main seat here, which is our toddler seat, and a bassinet. Okay, so they're all included in the package there. This allows you to have double configuration, or you can go through with your single configuration. Okay, so firstly I'm going to put it into your single configuration, okay, how you would have it set up when you have a newborn baby, so your first child. This main seat that comes with it is actually from 6 months of age through to 23 kilo. Okay, so for the first period of time, we use the bassinet. Just pop this down here. So the bassinet here is your newborn option. Take the adapters off for the moment. Okay, so the bassinet, we'll pop that up into the upper position here. This bassinet is a newborn through to approximately your 6 months of age, or 9 kilo. Okay, depends on the different the growth of your child. Every child's going to grow at a different rate. They might maximise that 9 kilo before they actually even grow out of the bassinet. We have included in here the sunshade. Okay, this is SPF 50+, so you have that full coverage for your baby. With the airflow through the sides here, so we've got mesh through there. Okay, and we also have the additional airflow. There's a zip here that you can open up. Have the ventilation through here for the baby. Okay, there's also an additional flap through the bottom here that can be open, that can allow air to come up through the bottom as well for that ventilation for your baby. Okay, so you can actually take your canopy back just by pressing the 2 buttons on the inside here. Okay, and that allows you to pop this back. The boot cover that comes with it is actually all included. Okay, and that is removable as well. Everything inside is fully machine washable. Okay, it can all be zipped off and popped into the machine. Through the mattress in the bottom here, we actually have, just open up and show you here. In the mattress there, you can see there's actually perforated holes through there, okay, to allow that airflow for baby. So just pop that one back in. So this is all removable and machine washable. Okay. So once your baby has actually got through their time in the bassinet, which as I mentioned before, can be approximately 6 months. It does depend on the growth of your individual baby, or if they maximise that 9 kilo first. The other thing with the bassinet, we sort of suggest that if they start to lift or roll or anything to the side, that's possibly when we recommend that you bring them out of the bassinet. Okay, so one of the features of our bassinet, which is great, it's a slide click, one hand remove. Okay, so you're not actually having to do it 2 hands. So once we've finished working with the bassinet, your baby will move across to the top seat. Okay, so this top seat goes in this position up here, can parent face and it can actually world face. Okay, there is 6 different levels of recline in the seat, and it's just a button here. So if you click that, you're able to get to your fully recline, and then you've got your different levels that you can go. okay, right through to your upright there. Turn it this way so you can see a little bit better. So one of the new things that we've included with our V2 is our harness. It's now adjustable simply by grabbing and sliding the clip up, okay? So as your child starts to grow, if you see that little growth spurt overnight, it's as simple as just clipping up. In our previous model, we did have 3 slots through there and it was a rethread, okay? So that meant just undoing and moving to the next notch. This makes it nice and easy that if you're on the go and you notice Bubby needs a change, you can just slide, okay? The other change that we've actually made is through our canopy. Move that back this way so you can see. So previously we had a pull-out section here that was SPF 50+. We've now made a zip-out section to give you that third panel, okay, with really good coverage for your baby. So you've got that there, and then you've got your airflow through here. There's also another peekaboo through the top here, which allows extra airflow as well for your baby. Okay, so that's another feature that's changed from the prior model. Okay, the other option we've got with it as well is when they're starting to want to outface, you can actually click the buttons on the side here and simply lift and turn around. Okay, that allows your child to go to that forward-facing position, okay, and work-facing. You'll probably find from that 6 to 9 months to even 12 months, they'll want to start to face outwards, okay. Bumper bar here is all removable. You can take that just by clicking there. You can completely take it off if need be, okay. There is leather, there is full grain leather through our bumper bar and through our handles. Okay. You can see on the Jake here that they're black leather. Okay. Now, one of the other big features of our UPPAbaby range, so that is the Cruz and the Vista, is our fold. So it is known to have a standing fold. So what that means is the pram will stand upright. So I'll show that to you now. You can do it with your seat on or your seat off. But if you're in the first time with your bassinet, you will be removing the bassinet anyway because you can't fold with it on. So what we suggest, I always recommend that you take the seat off anyway, because then you're just going to fold the chassis on its own and it's going to be a lot lighter for you. Plus, I'll show you another little trick with it too. So with your fold here, make sure you always put your brake on. So this pram or your Cruz, make sure you always pop the brake on. Simply click down here, it will engage the brake, goes from a green light to a red light. Okay, that means your brakes are locked in there, okay, and it won't move as you fold the pram. Click this button here. This allows you to raise your handle out. Now, with the handle, obviously you're going to have tall parents as well that might want their adjustment, okay, to make that, better for them to stand out like that. Now, with your standing fold, we have little knobs on the top here. That allows this handlebar to reach the ground and stand upright. Okay, it's not going to affect your leather because it's going to land on here. So then the second step, after that, these two here are like triggers. If you click the triggers together and go down, it's going to go into the standing position. Now, the benefits of this is obviously that it's easier on your back as well. You can get down, bring it up and into your body and into your car, okay? It's designed to groove around your body there and it makes it nice and easy. The other benefit with having your upright standing fold is that you're not going down to the ground to pick it up, okay? So if you're going to, I need to speak a bit louder, do I? Sorry. All right, I'll try and speak a bit louder for everyone. Okay, so you're standing upright. As I was saying there, you're not actually having to go to the ground, okay? You've got it in the upright position here. So the weight of your chassis then is 9 kilo. Makes it a lot lighter. If you're folding with your seat on, it is roughly over that 12 kilo. So it's always beneficial that I say to parents, particularly after having a bubby, that it's nice and easy to fold it like this, okay? Then just to get it back out, once you're back, you've got back to the car and you popped it away or anything, when you want to get it back out, there is a lock on the inside left hand here. So simply by clicking that there, you put it in, click it out, you can walk your stroller back out, nice and easy on your back, okay? So this is one of the biggest features with UPPAbaby. Now, the other thing you will see here is our basket. So our basket is amazing. It's 13.6 kilo that it can hold in here. And when you move to 2 children and you've got a lot of stuff that you're taking, shopping, things like that, and even when we move to the 2 setup, which I'll show you in a moment, you're not going to lose your basket you're going to keep it that whole time, which is great. So now with the once you've moved from your single and you're going to go through to your double, I'm going to go through various configurations now. There is quite a few options that you can do with it, and obviously there's also the option with twins, which I'll cover off as well for some people that need to know that. There is also the option to have a capsule. Quite a lot of people ask about using capsules. Capsules are for your car and obviously can come through to your pram, okay? So it becomes a travel system essentially. So if you didn't want to use a bassinet, a capsule is another option that you're able to use with that, okay? So if you're going to move through to your 2 children, I will put it into the configuration that we would, including the package that we have here. I'll then also move on to show you what it would set up with 2 seats on it, okay? So this is where our upper and lower adapters come into play. So upper adapters obviously go into the upper position, okay? And lower adapters attach down the bottom to the frame to allow you to accommodate something down there, whether it's a bassinet or another capsule or something. So UPPAbaby made it nice and easy by having colour-coded dots here, okay? So we have a blue dot on this side. You simply line that up with the frame there. So blue with blue, okay? And it makes it nice and easy for you to know which side that it goes onto, okay? And also getting it correct. So with the other side, there's an orange dot. Just line that simply up with the frame there, and that allows you to have that there. Purpose with your uppers and lower adapters allows you to create space between your 2 children. So your child down the bottom and the one up the top have that space, but they're not too close together. So with this package, what we would do, we would pop the newborn baby in the bassinet down the bottom. Now the reason we do this, there's a few reasons for that. So firstly, if we pop that one there, and we put your seat up here, toddler would be in the top position, okay, closest to mum, okay. Easy access to them if they're eating or they're talking to you or they're wanting to get in and out, you're able to lift them in and out easily. Bubs is down the front and they're obviously going to be sleeping or whatever, you can still check on them there, okay. The main reason we actually put it in this position, this is included in your package anyway, but then obviously the main reason is about your toddler weight. You want to centralise the heavier child, which will be your toddler, in the upper position here, okay. So they're centralised over the main part of the chassis, and it is only for 3 to 6 months approximately. So once your bubby is out of the bassinet here, you then have the option to move across to another, whether it's a seat or another option with what we call the piggyback board, and I'll go into those in a moment for you. Okay, so before I move on from this configuration, I'm just going to show you what it would be like to actually have twins in here, because we do have a lot of people that do have twins. So you can definitely accommodate them in our Vista. So if they wanted to go for the option of 2 bassinets, we can do that. So simply, they would get one included in their package. You could just buy another bassinet, and that can pop up here. So we just pop that in. We're able to have 2 bassinets in there to accommodate your twins. And again, they would go to approximately 6 months, or possibly even longer with your twins, because they'll be little, okay? The other option that you do have with your twins is 2 seats. So I'll show you the 2 seats in a moment, or you can even accommodate 2 capsules. So a baby, your twins can go through it in the whole time in here, okay? So again, that one slide click off with your bassinet, and I will move on to the 2-seat configuration so you can see that, okay? So we'll just pop this one out of the way, there, and I'll grab the double-seat configuration here. So as you can see, it's the same Vista as there. This is your seat that was included. So this is the toddler seat. This is actually different to your rumble seat, okay? The main seat that is included is for 23 kilo, okay? So that's 6 months through to 23 kilo. The rumble seat that is here is to 18 kilo. So that makes each seat unique to their spot. So parents quite often ask with the other one that they want to use their bassinet in the upper position, okay? The bassinet won't actually work in the upper position with your rumble seat. It is too long. Obviously, we've made the bassinet to be quite long for the growth of the child. So there are some options though. If you want your toddler in the lower position, while you have a newborn baby, the options you do have is to have your main seat facing you, and we can include a snug seat. So a snug seat is a newborn seat, okay, or a newborn liner, excuse me. So this actually goes into your seat here. It's got the head support on it, and it's got the lumbar support in the back. I will go into this a little bit further when I show you the Cruz, because that comes with the Cruz. So we'll go into that in a little bit, but that is an option that you can have your baby up there. You can also put a capsule up here. So a capsule could be up here with your toddler down here, if you didn't want to use that configuration that we looked at earlier. However, just bear in mind that obviously having Bubby up top, it's actually going to be a lot heavier in the front down here, okay? Now, with these seats, we have the 23 kilo up the top and the 18 kilo down the bottom, okay? So you can potentially have your child from the 6 months through to 23 kilo in the top. The older one, if they are in the front seat, they can be there until they maximise the 18 kilo, after which they would then have to swap, okay? The other option that we do have to get through, if you have 3 children, or if you don't want to get the rumble seat, the other option is a piggyback, which is a skateboard, which I mentioned earlier. So with the piggyback here, this just attaches onto the back of the pram, okay, and it's a board that allows a child to stand on there until 25 kilo, okay, so it has that capacity. So you could potentially have 3 children on your Vista, okay, or if you didn't want to use the rumble seat, you could have 1 seat and you could have the skateboard through there. Okay, so configurations with your seats here, you can obviously have them how I had it set up at first, which was both facing outways, okay, you can have this way, okay, and you can actually have them both facing in. So if they're both having a sleep, let's take the rumble seat off here. If they're both having a sleep and you don't want them looking out around everywhere, you can pop one down and the other one down as well, okay? So you can have them both covered off nice that way. Remember, your rumble seat is through to your 18 kilo and your main seat is your 23 kilo, okay? So you can see even when you have your 2 children in here, you still have the benefit of that basket. That basket through to 13.6 kilos is great, okay? So with our wheels, we have rubber outer and foam inner. So what that means is nice smooth ride, okay? You're also not going to have tubes that you need to pump air into. They're not going to puncture, okay? So as you add weight through it with your children, with your shopping, it's going to give that nice ride, the smooth ride, making it an all-terrain wheel as well, okay? So you have your suspension through the back and the front, okay? So that just gives that smooth ride as you're going, and obviously it makes it that all-terrain pram. So if you move off sealed surfaces onto gravel, grass, bark, whatever, if you go to the park or anything like that, or walking dogs, it's going to be able to handle that different types of terrain. Okay? So that's our Vista. This is the Jake, as I mentioned earlier. So this is the black colour. This is exclusive to Baby Bunting. Okay? So we will move on to the Cruz, the V2. What I will do after the Cruz V2, I'm going to explain the changes between your 2018 quickly versus your V2 models. We will then also go into a question section at the end. So Natalie from Baby Bunting team is waiting there online. So as you pop into the comments, she's going to help me to answer some of those when you're ready. So I'll pop this one over here for the moment, and we're going to move on over to the Cruz. So here's our Cruz V2. Okay, this is essentially a mini Vista. Okay, so your Cruz will take your single child only though. Okay, very, very similar features to your Vista. You have your seat, which it has 5 reclines positions, whereas your Vista had your 6. Okay, it can parent face and it can world face. So the first period of time with your Cruz, you don't get the bassinet included like your Vista, but you do have this snug seat. Okay, so the snug seat allows you to put your newborn baby straight in the seat here. They have the head support through here, and there's also this wedge that I mentioned. Okay, so that is for the lumbar support. Props in the back, and it just pops your baby up. Okay, giving them that support through the back there. As they start to grow, or as they start to get the support of their head, you're able to remove those parts and then essentially just have the liner in there. Eventually you can go through to just using the seat, the same as your Vista seat. Again, we have the canopy feature, okay? So it's the extended canopy here. It provides that third layer of protection for the baby. You've got the airflow through the pocket here and the airflow here as well. Okay, so where your Vista had your 6 reclines, your Cruz has the 5 reclines. So again, as I said, you can turn your seat around, parent face, okay, through to your 23 kilo. Now 23 kilo could be approximately a 4-year-old child. It honestly just depends on the growth of your individual child. Again, with this, you have your adjustable harness. It's nice and easy to use. It's just a matter of sliding up as they have a growth spurt. Okay, your harness. In your Vista and your Cruz, it's a 5-point harness that we have here in Australia, and that comes across the shoulders, around the waist, and into the buckle, into the middle. Okay, so with the fold of your Cruz, exactly the same as your Vista, we have the standing fold. Okay, so popping your brake on here. I'm going to do it with the Cruz with the seat on. So you can do it with your seat off, but I'll show you with the seat on this time. Okay, with your Cruz, you don't need to pull the handle out. It is adjustable for the tall people, so if you want it down or you want it out, but with your standing fold, you do not need to have it in the outward position. So, brake on is your first step, and then the trigger's here again. Click those towards you and down. It's going to snap the frame down, it's going to pop it into the upright position, okay? You can simply tuck your footrest aside, and then you're good to go. Now, your weight with your Cruz, it's an 8.6 kilo chassis, but with your seat on, it's 11.6 kilo. Okay. So, fold and lock mechanism on the side here, you click and walk it back out. Nice and easy. By putting your brake on, as I mentioned earlier, it just minimises that movement. It's not going to roll away with you. Now, with UPPAbaby, we actually include, on top of the things that you have with your frame, your seat, your bassinet with your Vista, with your Cruz, you have your chassis and your seat. We also include the rain shield. So that is the plastic one that's for your winter months, which is your rain and wind one, and we include the bug shield. So the bug shield is a mesh cover that's for, your summer months. So if you have mozzies or flies or anything like that, so that's included. We also have a standard 2-year warranty, but when you register after purchasing, you can actually get the extended 3-year warranty on that. Okay. Again, this is the Jake cover. So the Jake is the black with the black chassis and the black leathers. This is exclusive to Baby Bunting, okay? And you can also check your local Baby Bunting store for other colours that may be in the range. Now, I want to talk to you about the changes between the V2 Cruz and the old model, the 2018. So, I don't have one to show you here, but I'll talk through the changes that have happened with the Cruz. There have been some significant changes with it. So, we actually changed the chassis on the Cruz to be a mini Vista essentially, which means we've been able to include suspension. The prior model didn't have any suspension in it, and it had a smaller wheel. We've now actually made it a bigger wheel to give you that all-terrain feel as well. We've included the Vista basket, okay, so a little bit smaller than the Vista basket, but it does have the capacity of your 13.6 kilo, the same as your Vista V2. Obviously, the other change that they've both got is the canopy. So that extended canopy, so you've got the 3 panels now, okay? And then the adjustable harness. The other significant change that the Cruz has had is the seat. The seat is a lot bigger. So we've extended the back and we've made the footrest longer as well. So potentially you're going to get that taller child through the seat a lot longer. They've still stayed 23 kilos, but it's now a deeper, longer seat that's going to get that taller child through. The other change that we've made with our Vista and our Cruz, we've added these little buttons at the top here. Okay, so when you have it on swivel mode, if you click the button there, it actually locks in and pops it into these little buttons at the top here. Okay, so if you're going on a rough surface or terrain or anything, you can lock those down, and that will allow you to go straight. Okay. Now, I am just about done with my presentation and demonstration. So I'm just, one more thing that I should mention. So I mentioned before with your capsules. So So your capsule with your Vista, you can use your capsules through to your Cruz as well. Some people may not want to use the seat with the snug for the first period of time. They may want another option for their newborn. So that's where you can use your bassinet. The Vista bassinet can be purchased separate, but it can be used on your Cruz, and it's simply clicking on. Okay, so it works exactly the same as your Vista one, but it just allows you to have the bassinet on your Cruz as well if you want as another option. Alternatively, you've got the option to use a capsule. So the capsule can go on here. You simply click on some adapters and then you can pop your capsule through there. So that first period of time, you're able to just keep the chassis in the car and you can move your capsule from your car to your frame. Okay. Otherwise, it's perfectly fine to use the newborn snug seat here. They can have that like that. Okay, so there's our Cruz. I'll pop that way. I'm going to wheel the Vista back in, and then I'm going to open up to Nat to see if there's any questions. If there's anything that I haven't covered off that people would like to know. So where are we at, Nat?
So Jenna on Instagram has asked, what is the weight capacity of the 2018 Rumble seat?
Okay, hi Jenna. So the 2018 Rumble seat was still 18 kilo. So that hasn't changed. Between your V2 and your 2018 model, that stayed 18 kilo. Same with your main seat, that isn't a change either. So that has stayed there 23 kilo. The main change between your 2018 Rumble and your 2020 Rumble, or the V2, will be the canopy. Okay, it will have the 3 panels here, and it will be that harness in there. So it won't have the re-thread system on your 2020. So your 18 one that you're talking about, it's 18 kilo. It will have still the pull-out sunshade, and it will have the re-thread harness on it. Thanks, Jenna.
So Jess on Instagram has asked, can the Vista fold with the seat attached?
Yes. So, hi Jess. So, I will show you it with the seat on. So, with the seat on, it must be in the outward facing position. Okay, so I'll just pop it to the outward facing position. Matter of clicking and turning around. The moment I've got the upper adapters on still, that's fine. You can still fold it with it on. Again, it's exactly the same. Brake on. But as I said, the seat just must be outward facing. If it's facing you, it won't fold correctly. So you need to take it off. But I'll show you how it works. So remember, we pop our brake on. The handle must be to the outward position to allow it to stand. Pop your 2 fingers on the triggers here. Click those up towards you and down. Okay. Then you can just change your seat down. So exactly the same as when I folded the Cruz before as well. Okay. Thanks, Jess.
Von has asked, what is the main difference between V1 and V2?
Okay, so which V1 and V2? Like at the Vista or the Cruz? Well, okay, so with your Vista, the changes were the canopy. So we've got the extended 3rd panel, okay? The harness, so the harness adjustment there, okay? We've improved the suspension, so it's always had the great suspension on it. We've just improved that. It's a softer wheel as well. There's the indicators on the front here that just when you lock out of the mode. And also the other change that I didn't mention was just tidying up with the basket. So we've tidied off both baskets that are back there. It used to fold over with some clips, and now it's just sort of folds in here. The other change we did make with your Vista is in your bassinet. You won't see it in this one because it is all black, but previously the 18 models had the black down here and the colour up top. Now all the V2 bassinets are all the one colour. So if it's black, it's going to be black. If it's the charcoal grey, it's going to be completely grey. Okay, so that's that change. Thank you. Next one.
Von's question was actually in relation to the Cruz.
Oh, the Cruz, was
Yes.
it? Okay, that's all right. We'll go through that one again now. So your Cruz. So the changes were. I apologise. We didn't have an 18 to demo side by side to be able to show you. So the main changes to your Cruz, we have re-engineered the chassis. Okay, we've made it like a mini Vista. It's actually got suspension through here now. Okay, so you've got the full suspension. We've had a bit bigger basket on it as well, so it's now 13.6 kilo basket. The bigger rear wheel and the bigger front wheel, so that's going to make it more of a terrain pram versus your Cruz 2018. So this is more of a terrain pram now. The other big significant change with your 18 to your V2 is your seat. Okay, it's significantly bigger. It is taller and deeper that way. Okay, so it's going to get that taller child through it. Still 23 kilo, like your 2018 was, but it's just a bigger seat. Okay, and again, that other change was your canopy. So instead of having to pull out sunshade, we've now got the third panel there. Okay, and the harness, so the harness with your adjuster. So the prior model had that re-thread system of 3 slots. This one simply slides up and down that way. Okay. Anything else? Next one.
Courtney has asked, what's the weight capacity of the basket?
On both of them is 13.6 kilos. So the Cruz and the Vista, both V2s now have 13.6 kilo.
And Kelsey is a tall parent and would like to know what is the height of the handle on the Vista.
Ooh, question. I actually don't know, but what I will show you is if we have this back out, this is when I said that you can use your upper adapters for second time around to create your space between the two, you can also use the uppers first time around. So for those tall parents that want the bassinet a lot higher, they can use the upper adapters. This is going to sit the bassinet up a lot higher. Okay, so that means that Bubby's going to sit up nice and close to them. So even in the event that you have a Caesar and you don't want to bend or anything like that, you're keeping Bubby up nice and high. The other benefit of using your upper adapters too first time around is better access to your basket. So if you've gone out for a day, you've got a lot of shopping in there, it's easier to access the higher it does sit. But for your tall people, definitely I would suggest pop your upper adapters on when you have your bassinet. Have your handlebar out, okay? And you can also use the upper adapters once you move to seat mode as well. So if you want the child to sit up nice and high, you can keep those on as well. We might be able to get back to our support team, might be able to get back to you on the exact handle height with that question there. Okay. Next one. Is that it? Wow. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. If you've got any other questions, keep popping them through into the comments because our support team will get onto that over the next 24 hours. They'll be able to answer any of your questions. And as always, you can always contact Baby Bunting. Obviously, it's funny circumstances at the moment that you can't get in store as regularly as we would normally. That's where things like tonight are so beneficial. I believe Baby Bunting are going to do quite a few in this series, like maybe 6 weeks worth or something like that. So this is the first of this live series that Baby Bunting are going to be doing. And this is obviously going to help you at home. So if you're at home and you've got those questions, you want to do your shopping, obviously Baby Bunting Online are here to help, and obviously with their click and collect. So you can feel free to shop online and click and collect, and they've even got their delivery service. So I think it's a standard $9.95 delivery. But yeah, feel free to call or ask any questions you need. And UPPAbaby is obviously always here in store for you to come in and check out. Yeah, so thank you for listening in. Thanks for the time tonight, and keep popping those questions down in there, and between our support team and Baby Bunting, we'll be able to answer any of your questions. Oh, I did have one final thing. Pricing. So pricing here in Baby Bunting. So your Vista V2 is $16.99. I mentioned with your Vista that you get your chassis, your seat, and your bassinet. That also includes the upper adapters. Okay, so that's $16.99 for your Vista. The Cruz, including the infant snug seat here, is $11.99. Okay, so it includes your chassis, one seat, and the snug seat there. Okay, all right, thank you. See ya.